What is going on? Welcome to Ruu S Room, where we get into the nitty gritty of the artists and creatives in the Australian scene. And today we have Rissa. She is a Polynesian Australian R&B slash gospel artist hailing from Sydney. Last year she released her EP Made to Feel, which featured some of my favorite songs of the year, including Save Me. Rissa, how are you doing? Like, for real, how are you doing?
I am well. I am feeling good. New year, still in the floaty space of like holidays, relaxing. But ultimately, I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You got much planned for 2024? You know, big year coming up?
Yeah, I mean, big year in the way of growth and wanting to build like what's the next level of what I'm doing.
For sure.
So maybe not in the sense of like release, but the creation of something beautiful.
Yeah.
Is definitely the goal for the year.
For sure. Like you've set yourself up solid with the project and other songs as well, but now it's like, okay, how do I capitalize on that and like make it even grander?
Yeah.
No, for sure.
That's really the mood.
Definitely. No, I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Thank you.
So this is the first time we've met.
Yes.
The first time I heard you, I think was on Yao's EP from 2022.
Vocals.
Yeah, doing some vocals. I'm pretty sure I heard your name through the grapevine a little bit before that as well, but I think my first introduction was through the Yao project.
Yeah.
How did that collab come about? Just to kick it off, cliche-ish question.
Yeah. I was working a lot with the guys from Boomchild or Finbar, like specifically. He helped me a lot with my first few songs that I released ever as Rissa. And he was working with Yao at the time too. So kind of just like, in the studio around these people, hearing each other's tracks. And I always love singing, whether it's my own music or contributing to other people's art. And yeah, I think literally the day that I sang on some stuff was like, I think I was there for like 45 minutes or something, and they played me the track and I was like, this is cool. And then I just laid down some vocals and kind of became that. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, nice. And again, not going to stick on this too long. On this most recent project, you worked with Tasman Keith on some writing. You got production from Kwame and Nico, Sid Swindle as well. How was it working with them on this project as well?
It was great, honestly. Like at the start of it and having all these ideas, I kind of had written down specifically their names. I hadn't met them properly yet, but I had literally like written down like, okay, this needs to be done with these people. And when I took it to them and asked them, they were like on it straight away and so down for it.
For sure.
So in that season of the EP, they were the right people that I needed at that time. Definitely. Which I'm so grateful that they were all down to be part of it.
For sure. Yeah. Well, glad you manifested it and now it's out. And again, so amazing. Make sure you go check it out. All right. Those questions to the side, because that's not what we're here for. We get into the nitty gritty, like I said, and through that, we're going to get to know you, a little bit more on a personal level, your artistry, even just who you are as a person. And my first question to you, based on that, is what percentage of yourself do you think your circle really knows about you?
Oof. Probably a big percent. I feel like I share a lot. I would say 80%.
80%? 80%? Okay.
Hopefully my circle that watches this, hopefully they agree to that.
They can vouch. Fair enough. And how much of that percentage do you think you've shared in your music so far?
Ooh. I would say like 50%.
50%. Okay.
I mean, the way that I'm speaking on things in my music isn't like super obvious, but a lot is in there.
For sure. You've touched on a couple things here and there.
Yeah.
But do you think that other 50% is still in the vault, or it's like stuff you haven't written yet, or?
Definitely things I haven't written yet, and things that I kind of like, I do want to talk about at some point, but I don't know how to yet.
Right.
So
fair enough.
Until I can. it will stay in the vault.
Definitely.
As you said.
Definitely. Comes with the growth.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure, for sure. Well, hopefully through this interview, then the audience can get to know you a bit more, a bit more of that percentage.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next part. It's a little bit of a show and tell. We had to talk about this before. We'll see how you go with it, because it looked like you arrived empty-handed. But that is totally fine, because if you don't have the items, then at least we got a dope story to go along with it. We're going to take it back to primary school days. And yeah, let's get into it. My first question in this main section is, what is something that represents you as a person?
Based on my lack of items, I will improvise.
Yes.
I don't know if my hair counts.
No, okay.
I mean, it's not really on show at the moment. But that's literally the only thing I can think of that's on me at the moment that represents me. I don't feel like gold is the representation, but I guess in the sense of obviously the fact that it's constantly growing. 1, 2, it's strong and thick. So and brown.
Yes.
That's the that is me.
Okay, fair enough. I know in the black community that hair is very important. Is it similar in the Polynesian community as well?
I would definitely. I mean, totally different, worlds and reasons why, but I definitely, in the sense that I understand, our hair being so important, like it holds like cultural value, and there are certain traditions around hair, and I would say it's definitely important.
For sure. And finally, do you have a favorite style that you like to style your hair in?
Depends on my mood.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, but probably like if my natural hair is definitely like I prefer to just keep it like that. But yeah, if it's a day where it's hot, or today it's raining, I've got like Polynesian blood in me, I need to like put it up, otherwise it's gonna be a lot.
No, for sure. I totally understand.
Yeah.
All right, number 2. What is the last sentimental gift that you received from someone?
I would say my earrings.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, actually, sorry, not these ones. I bought these for myself. That's a sentimental gift. There's so many. Maybe not the last one, but just so I have something to show for now.
Of course.
Like this necklace here. These are actually both sentimental necklaces.
Oh, nice.
From from very important people in my life.
Nice. What are we looking at? Obviously, I'll probably superimpose something, but we've got a bit of a distance between us and the camera right
now. This one is a necklace for my 21st birthday, so it was a little while ago. But the funny story of this is like for growing up in church and being a Christian, I just biblically, obviously, Hebrew in the Bible, and I went through a phase where I was trying to learn how to write in Hebrew, or like just because it looks so beautiful, and I mean, I was like, I don't think I can learn how to speak this. It's quite difficult.
They got it on Duolingo.
Yeah,
I think they got it. I think they got it. Yeah.
That's cool.
Look, they got Klingon on Duolingo. Like they got to have the Hebrew.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and I actually wanted to get a tattoo of a word in Hebrew on me, but then my mom was like, how about a necklace? Which is beautiful, because I'm going to take that. So I guess in the sentimental way of like, it's something that I hold dear and from my mother, and an important milestone.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Nice. Also, I guess similar to the question I just asked, but and I feel like I already know the answer to the question, but also, the importance of family in your culture as well. Like, how important is your support system, especially when it comes to also your music, and like being like, championing what you do, creatively.
I mean, definitely so important. My family is so dear to me, specifically my mother. But she is like, honestly, really is my number one supporter. It might be cliche, but there's times when I put out new music or something, and she'll be driving in her car listening to her music, putting me on to like anyone that she talks to at the shops, at the petrol station, like in her job,
Yeah,
like
nice.
literally any way that she can. So yeah, it's so beautiful to have like anyone, but specifically my mother, back me like that.
For sure.
Shout out to mom.
Done. Shout out. All right, number 3. What is the first album that you ever bought or received?
Since we're on the topic of my mom, my first album, pretty funny, but I believe it was Venga Boys.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So this is like a little insight into my childhood. Pretty random, but yeah, Venga Boys. And to be honest, I pumped that, and still today, I love Venga Boys. Venga Boys are mad. But yeah,
Nice.
that was the first one.
Nice. I've never listened to it personally. Is there a song from it that you is your favorite? And 2, when was the last time you pumped it?
I definitely some point. I don't remember exactly when it was, if not multiple times last year. Not this year yet. But any specific song? I don't know. Maybe the whole album, like so many songs, and I can't even think of the name at the moment. But New York to San Francisco, whatever that song is.
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Those might not be the right words, sorry.
No. Fair enough. Dope. And do you have a current favorite artist from the scene as well? If you could choose one, only one.
From Australia?
The Australian scene.
Oh, just one. One is hard.
It is hard. It is very hard.
I think my favorite, I would probably have to say Charbel. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Charbel's dope.
Yeah.
Charbel's super dope.
Truly.
Super dope.
In so many ways too. And that's not a little biased. Like, we are friends, but genuinely, like, that aside, like, the vision and what he does and just the energy is so sick.
For sure. For sure. No. Shout out Charbel.
Yes.
You got to come on. All right. Number 4. What would be an object from or that represents one of your favorite gigs or sessions?
Ooh. Do I have an object? I don't know if I have an object.
If not an object, what was one of your favorite gigs or sessions?
Favorite session sessions would be the ones that I did with the choir for my EP. Just obviously naturally having the full choir in there singing the parts that I had been hearing in my head for a long time.
For sure.
That definitely is a favorite session for me. And a favorite gig? I can't even name one. So many, but actually, my second set at Big Sound was so fun.
Oh, nice.
Last year.
Nice. I'm sad I missed it. I really wanted to come, and then
true.
it was sickness. I think that's why.
Oh,
I think I was
no.
sick that week.
Yeah, damn.
So, yeah, no, but
It was a great time.
no, it looked like it was a great time. But dope.
Yeah.
Cool. And number 5. What is something that represents your dreams and aspirations within your field?
All I can think of object-wise is like gold. Does that represent?
Yeah.
My dream is gold.
Okay. Please elaborate. Where's the metaphors?
I guess in the sense of like, I mean, it's just beautiful and also represents like winning and that's the only thing. Just winning.
Just winning?
Winning in dreams in life.
Fair enough.
And aspirations.
Fair enough. Is there an ultimate goal? Like, what's the creme de la creme of the goals?
I guess I'm doing the most, playing international shows, doing what I love and being completely like financially stable with just that.
For sure.
Because as an artist, it is tricky.
It is tough.
And the hustle is real, but like that for me would be the goal. Like literally just touring the world.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Like myself and having that support me.
Definitely.
In life.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Definitely something that I'm sure a lot of
Yeah.
so many people relate to as well.
Like
but
it's pretty common, but that is hey, look, the goal.
It's still your goal, and you know how your path is different to everyone else's path, and you know how you go about it. So yeah, no, 100%. We've got a couple more questions left, but before we do that, it wouldn't be a Ruu S Room if I didn't play a game, because I love games.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to build your ultimate collab track. So there, you can only have 4 artists. You're going to have 4 artists on the track. You can have yourself, if you like, but if not, you can just executive produce the track.
Okay.
Yep. So you do count if you're on the track. You're going to have a producer, and you're going to have a videographer, and it's all artists from the scene.
Okay.
All Australian artists and creatives, videographers.
My brain, I'm already like,
the Rolodex.
Yeah. All right, so 4 people, and I'm included if I choose myself.
If you so choose.
Oof. Producer. To be honest, I would get Milan Ring on production.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Amazing, and I feel like she could still dabble in the writing and like vocals and stuff too.
For sure.
So she kind of like is like a little crossover. Sky. I would get them for sure, like vocal arrangements and writing. Charbel. Just because, I mean, it's gonna happen.
Of course.
Definitely get him. Okay, wait, hold on. I need to remember.
Yes.
Before I get carried away.
Milan Ring producing.
Production.
Then you got yourself, Sky, Charbel.
I have one more.
You have one more. Because Milan Ring can't be on the track.
Yeah. Oh, I'm torn. There's 2 people in my head. I would say Tasman Keith.
Tasman Keith?
Yeah.
Dope.
Great to write with, and also just an amazing artist in his own right.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%. And who would you get to shoot the video for the song?
Oh. I know who it is, and I can't think of his name. All I can think is Bull.
Aaron Bull?
Yeah. I would get him to do it.
Okay.
He's mad. I mean, I've never met him or worked with him, but I always see the stuff that he does, and it looks cool. Okay, hold on.
Okay. Aaron Bull. So, one more time. We got yourself, Sky, Charbel, Tasman Keith, over Milan Ring production, with Aaron Bull shooting the video. Dope. Okay, that's interesting. I'm really curious to see if that ever eventuates.
That's gonna happen, guys.
For sure.
I'm just putting it out there now. That will happen.
For sure. For sure. No, I'm keen. Okay. One more question. What is a personal moment that stands out to you that has impacted your music in a certain way?
A personal moment that stands out to me? Oh man, so many.
If you choose one, like, that stands out about, or that comes to your mind first.
A personal moment. So nothing to do with, like, music.
Well, I mean, technically, it's your music, right? Because it's still a personal moment that impacted your music, but it can still be within the music. Yeah.
Okay, I got one. So before I started writing what became my EP, I was definitely in a place of like, I don't know what I'm doing with myself. What am I writing? What is my music saying? Do I really want to do this? And I remember I was sitting in an old place that I used to live in, literally sitting in my kitchen or on the dining table, listening to gospel music and being sad, but also like, gospel, help me. And just literally like an epiphany. It was like, I love, like, this is what I come to when I I am struggling or I don't feel great. So why don't I create this? Why don't I put this into what I'm doing to help bring myself out of that space? And as soon as I clicked into that, I immediately wrote the first track on my EP, like within a few minutes.
Fire. As in the first, like, Evil in Your Eyes?
Yeah.
Or, dope.
Like, I wrote that entire thing out that same night, and I was just like, as soon as I finished it, because that doesn't happen very often with me, as soon as I finished it, I was like, mad, this is what I need to do. So I would say that moment for me, to get the rest of my EP out of that, and also just set me up for the space I'm in now, so key and so amazing.
For sure. For sure. That's dope. That's dope. You know, sometimes when you're in that weird quote unquote ruts, you know, it's crazy the thing that clicks it into place. Like I had a session similar where it's like, oh, not a session, but I was in a I felt like I was boxing myself in, and then I had a session with my friend Manzis, and was like, you know what, let's just make something of like my childhood, like, or not childhood, like stuff I've listened to in high school.
Yeah.
And it just was the most natural song I've written in a while, and was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like, where was this
Yeah.
missing? So no, I totally understand that, but dope, and you know, created a banger, and again turned into an amazing EP.
Yeah.
That again is one of my favorite projects of last year.
I appreciate that so much.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Of course. Here's where I, you know, let you take the reins and let people know what's coming up or what is out and what people can look forward to or go back and listen to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my EP that released in October last year, I'm actually teaming up with Impress Records to print some vinyl of it, which will be out already next month. And I am so excited because vocals on vinyl is just different, let alone group vocals on vinyl. Like,
Chef's kiss.
Yes. So that's coming, and it's so exciting. So that'll be out for people to purchase and listen to and just have wherever. And then I have some shows in March, and I mean, that'll all be on my socials. So come through to the shows too, because of course it's always so good to watch live music.
For sure.
And then the rest of the year is just, I definitely want to release something this year, but yeah, still in the process of making it great.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And you mentioned your socials. Where can people find you?
Follow me on Instagram. My handle is rissa.kl.
Dope. Well, once again, thank you so much for coming on. I am Ruu, aka the Culture Black Kid. This is Rissa, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.